And hello everyone, this is Preflight here, and as you can tell, it is the third part of the Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap Let's Play. Last time we got all the way to the mini-boss, beat him, and got the Gust Jar, which is an extremely useful item in my opinion. Now you notice we're back at the beginning, and that's because I stopped recording, and then it always puts you back here, basically. So, you're probably wondering, why are we doing this on a Friday? Well, we decided we were going to get a little more caught up with this series. Just because, you know, having them on Mondays and every week isn't always the most efficient thing to do. So we've decided that we're going to, just for this Friday at least, have another episode of these out here. Just for you guys. So that's where the boss is, right up there. But we need the key first. And this is another useful way to use the Gust Jar also. Use that not really that much during the game, because once you get the flippers, which is how you swim, obviously, you don't really need it then anymore. Unless there are like gaps, like holes, throughout the place. Okay. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, Jake just put up part 3 of his Espen series that I was laughing. I was dying. I thought it was freaking hilarious. I love what he does when he edits his videos. They're really they're pretty entertaining. He gets really into them. If I remember over his house, he's always like, "Oh, I'm editing the video." I'm like, "Oh, you are?" And it's great. It's just great. He really gets into it. He does a good job of it. So that's how you defeat those guys. You got to use the Gust Jar. Gust Jar can also, as you saw there, kind of get rid of dust and things like that. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to do a couple things. First, we got to go up here. Knock out these two guys. And then cover that right there. That'll get some shells. We'll talk about what that does later on. It's kind of it's kind of one of those other gimmicks to collect. I don't use them. You can get figurines in this game, and I guess they're a key integral part of that. I don't know. I never got involved with that part of the game, really. I did try to get involved with the Kinstones when I could, which when we get there, we will talk about that. So what you're going to do is bring this guy in. Yeah, I just figured it out, bruh. So you can use the Gust Jar to kind of guide yourself with this lily pad, and this becomes extremely useful in a lot of ways, at least until, you know, until you get the flippers. But you don't get that for quite a while, actually, if I remember correctly. Also, just a quick thought to any of you out there who watch us. There's another YouTuber that I'd like to mention that we tend to associate ourselves with. We know him personally since we've been friends with him for a while. His name is 7th Stream G. Look that up on YouTube if you get the chance. He does more modern games, which isn't a bad thing. And he also has a lot of good equipment, so he always has very good quality of videos, which we're looking to upgrade. Trust me, we don't really like the quality of our videos right now because of all the, you know, we don't have like a microphone or anything, but we're working on it. We've ordered a couple, or we've been looking into getting some. So you know, that's a thing. So what you're going to want to do is push this pot over here, and that'll help you out. But yes, do not worry about that. We are on it, and we plan to just keep upgrading videos to see what else we come up with. We're really enjoying this, actually. And we apologize for the late videos the last couple of weeks. They've been a little late, and that's mostly because processing errors. I had a problem with processing the video. I don't know why. It was taking freaking forever. It just wasn't processing, and then my computer started freaking out. I'm working on getting a new computer. At least I'd like to, because my computer is just a mess. This thing is it is a MacBook, and I'm playing it on Windows. because I downloaded Windows for it, because after having the Mac I've had it for, Jesus, 3 years. And after having it for 1 year, I realized that I'd much rather have a Windows computer. So I just downloaded Windows on it and thought it would be fine. But it's got a multitude of problems with it, both physical and just internal problems. I mean, like, physically, the display will sometimes just go out, like, at random, which is why recording can be a hassle and a half. But, you know, you gotta live with those kind of things. Also, a big problem is the trackpad is really freaked out. It freaks out all the time. I cannot stand that trackpad. So I have to use a mouse for the most part. I have a decent enough mouse, so it works fine, but it's really funny. I don't know if you remember, if you saw Jake's first, I think it was his first Espen video, which is actually our most viewed video right now. That video, oh, by the way, this is the big key that we can use to now go ahead and enter the boss's lair. But first we're going to get all the chests, just because. And I got to see where they all are. So there's one right there, and there's two up there. Okay, so we'll work on that right now. Anyways, I don't know if you have seen that video, but it's the first video of Jake's Espen series. And he put some bloopers at the end, and you hear me like swearing and I'm smacking something. That is my laptop. I know it's not a good thing to do, obviously, but I was just so frustrated with that thing. It kept just dying out on me, and the display was all screwed up. And honestly, I don't think the display was really my fault. That, I think, was actually Apple's fault. I brought it in for I brought it into the Genius Bar because it was getting a little screwy, and they said that they had fixed it and they messed it up pretty bad. I don't really know the whole story of the whole thing, but anyways, so what I'm doing right now in this game is I need to get up here. I think I need to go over here on the side, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. I'm trying to remember now how I have to get those two. But the Gust Jar actually uncovers quite a bit in this game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you got to use the Gust Jar here. You have to uncover something with this. I don't remember what it was now. Let me kill this guy first. But see, these two lights are supposed to guide. There it is. They're supposed to guide you to that, because that's where the chest will end up. There's a lot of things in Zelda that are like that can throw you through a loop. So now we want that piece of heart. I mean, I want that piece of heart at least. I don't remember. I think you need to hit a switch. If I'm, yep. Okay, so now we have to get to that teleporter. How do you get to that teleporter? All teleports are at the beginning of the dungeon, so we just need to go back to the beginning, and we can get there. Shouldn't be much of a problem. In fact, if I wanted to, I can just restart the game and then start back up there, but I'm not going to do that. Keep going. This is a weird little gimmick that they put in for the game. I like it. I think it's interesting. So recently, I've bought a PlayStation. I'm trying to collect all the consoles. I think I've mentioned in a video before. I have 10 right now, and one of them is the PlayStation. And I just bought it a month ago. I got it at a flea market. And oh, here we go. Bam. I think that's our first piece of heart, isn't it? Well, I'll show you where two others are in a little bit. But basically, I got it at a flea market. Oh, there's another chest right around here, if I'm not mistaken. You need to clear out all the dust. There is another chest right there, basically. Yep. Always another chest. And we'll talk about those shells later on. It's kind of a strange thing. But anyways, so I think I mentioned also, I don't really have any games for for the PlayStation. I have a ton of PS2 games. I have 60 something. That was my system, man. I loved my PS2. But anyways, I do have one game for the PlayStation. And that one game is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which is essentially, literally, it's the card game. It's literally the freaking card game. I mean, I can't say anything else. It's the card game. But it's really, actually a really cool game, and the music, I don't know if I can say this enough, but I love the music in Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I'm not sure why. They do a really good job of it. Maybe it's because there's not really much else going on other than cards in a lot of the games, but they do a really good job of the music, and I would highly recommend that game. For the PlayStation, for the PlayStation, it's a good game. I think, at least. I know that Jake likes playing it. Well, he doesn't really play it, but he likes watching it. You know, card games aren't really everyone's cup of tea, so I feel like I'm going the complete wrong way, but it's alright. Gives me a chance to talk. But anyways, I was testing it out the other day. Because actually, one of the controllers I got doesn't have analog sticks, which is kind of odd. Yeah, I'm supposed to go up here. Whoops. One of the controllers doesn't have analog sticks. I didn't know that PlayStations did that. I had no idea. Oh, there's a thing here. That's right, we have to figure out what to... Oh, I know what to do for this. But I had no idea that even did that. And then I realized, you know, there are a lot of PlayStation games that actually don't need the analog stick. One of them being Yu-Gi-Oh! And, yeah, you don't even need it. I mean, works totally fine. Just some rupees. That was kind of a waste. But I would highly suggest getting any chest you possibly can in a game. It's always going to have something. I mean, I know, I forget which game it was. I think it was Oracle of Seasons, where you can burn bushes in those games, or trees, and they revealed like secret areas where people would give you rupees. Well, some of them they'd take away rupees, and it was kind of a dick move on their part to do, but entertaining as all hell. So this is the first boss, and it's kind of interesting that it's just the regular slime, like green slime, that if we weren't shrunk we can kill in 2 hits. But no, we actually have to fight our green slime as the first boss. Now, it's kind of a little uncreative, I guess, but at the same time, I really like the idea of having to face one of the bigger enemies as a tiny person. It makes it, I don't know, gives it a different feel. So to beat this guy, you, of course, with every Zelda game, to beat the final boss, you have to use the item that you just got in that dungeon. So use the Gust Jar to, I guess, suck up the slime. I thought it was kind of weird. I didn't think of it at first when I was playing this game for the first time. I didn't think of it at all. I'm like, how am I going to use the Gust Jar to beat this guy? And then I guess it makes sense, kind of, but it's just a little weird. Oh, shit. Anyways. Yeah, and actually, I think I died the first time I faced this, because I just didn't expect it to happen. But it's really not that difficult of a boss battle. I mean, the first boss shouldn't be that difficult. Let me just do that real quick. Okay. Plus, when you shoot the Gust Jar, it pushes them back a little bit so you get some time to run away, which is kind of nice. Oops. Alright, one more hit should do it for him. But this is a pretty short battle. Compared to the other ones, it is at least. It's not quite that complicated either. And that'll do it, guys. That is the first boss. And the first dungeon. And this was the Earth Temple, or the Earth element that we need to get. And that's what we just did. So, we get the Earth element, which is purple. I guess for, like, I don't even know, mountains? I mean, some mountains are purple. Kind of, in the distance, maybe. I don't know. Should have been brown. I guess they didn't like brown. Brown's not a cool color. Alright, so, should I do the 3-heart challenge, guys? And not get it? No, I'm going to do it. I don't know if I can beat this game with 3 hearts, and I know I can beat it with all of them, so I'd like to do it with all of them. Now, before we're done here, yes, got to talk to the elder over at the Minish village. So before I leave you guys, we're going to get that heart, and we're going to get one more heart that I don't think I picked up. So, first thing you want to do, that I should have done when I first got here, this is a walkway that will lead you to a lot of people's first heart. So, there's one, and we can go ahead and get the other one over there once we grow back to full size, which I'm going to go back into the Minish Woods and get that for you guys. So we need to go talk to the elder and let him know, you know, we got it. So, got the earth element, yes. Now we have to head to Mount Crenal. I don't know if that's how you say that, but I'm going to say it Crenal. Over there, Malari is the guy we need to find. And he will reforge the broken Pickery Blade. I don't know why he couldn't have just said that in the first place. I guess because you need the elements, and I forgot. Yes, okay. Now we have to go to Mount Crenal, which is unfortunately on the other side of the frickin' map. So, we're not going to go there today. Oh, never mind. We're not going to go there today. And if you go in here, you can't actually do anything, really. Oh, wait, no. Whoa, what am I... Oh, my goodness, guys. I almost completely forgot. This guy gives you something. Bombs. You need bombs. You need a lot of bombs, trust me. I can't believe I almost forgot that. I thought there's a guy that once you get out of a dungeon, he can fuse kinstones with you. And I thought it was that guy. Always get these things if you see them. This is how, once you get an item in the game that I won't spoil, even though most of you probably know it, that this will allow you to fast travel to different places, but you have to find all of them first. And that's extremely useful, trust me. You need to do something like that. Oh my god. And you can't even get out of here without bombs. So, I don't know what I was thinking. I used to think it would be cool if you can use the gust jar and you can suck up the bombs and then shoot them at people. That'd make the game so much cooler. Even though the game is already pretty awesome. Okay, so there's a couple things we're going to do here right now. We're going to fling ourselves over here. Oh! Alright, this is probably just easier. I don't know why I did it the other way. Yeah. That just gets you... We'll talk about that. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking the bomb place was. And it is not. Believe in me. Jeez. I keep finding all these secrets. Well, that one's pretty obvious. Not really much of a secret. Oops. Oops. That just gives you more shells. We're not going to get in depth with the shells, guys. I mean, I know some people would say, well, you got to complete the game, but I mean, that's... there's 139 of these things you have to get, and you have to buy them with the shells. And it's like, I mean, you really want me to sit there and get all 139? Like, it's not worth it. They barely do anything in the first place. Okay, so we have to go back to the Minish Woods real quick, guys. And as soon as I get that heart piece, we will have almost a complete heart. Yes, I'm not getting that rupee. I am getting that heart, though. So, the heart is right where you found Eslo, pretty much. Or when you almost found Eslo. You keep going along here. In fact, you could have gone here before you gone to go help Eslo. And I should have done that. So now we have 3. And we're almost done. Not really. We're almost at a complete heart, though, which is a useful thing to have. You can get up to 20 hearts in this game, which is a ridiculous amount. But I think that's where I'm going to end the video here, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed. Show you the save. Always gotta save. In fact, I'm gonna do it again. Just to prove it. So, that'll do it for us, guys. I really hope you like this series. I really am looking forward to beating this for everyone. And we will see you guys on Monday with a new episode. Thanks.